7 Stoic Principles so that nothing affects you according to Epictetus. How long are you going to wait before you demand the best for yourself? Epictetus. Welcome back to Stoic In Your Life, where we explore timeless wisdom to navigate the complexities of modern life. If you are constantly influenced by external opinions and seek a path to true inner peace, you're in the right place. Today we're diving deep into the teachings of Epictetus, focusing on 7 essential Stoic principles that can help you build an unshakable mindset, immune to the judgments of others. Epictetus wisely observed, "When you decide to do something you believe is right, don't let others deter you, even if the majority disagrees. If it's wrong, you shouldn't do it in the first place. But if it's right, why should you care about what others think?" This powerful perspective forms the bedrock of our discussion. We'll explore how these principles not only shield you from unnecessary worry, but also fortify your mental resilience, allowing you to face life's challenges with calm and clarity. By internalizing these teachings, you'll find yourself less affected by external opinions and more focused on your own values and purpose. Join us as we uncover how to harness these timeless lessons to lead a more serene and fulfilling life. Principle 1. Dealing with insults and offenses. How often do we allow the opinions of others to disturb our peace and dictate our reactions? Epictetus, the renowned Stoic philosopher, offers timeless wisdom on mastering our responses to life's provocations. Discover how embracing these 7 Stoic principles can fortify your mind against the turbulence of insults and offenses, ensuring you remain unshaken, composed, and resilient. In the journey of life, we inevitably encounter individuals who aim to provoke, insult, or offend us. Epictetus, a master of Stoic thought, provides a profound perspective on handling such situations. He teaches us that the true harm lies not in the insult itself, but in our perception of it. Consider this insightful story. Near Tokyo, an elderly martial artist dedicated his time to imparting Zen teachings to the youth. Despite his advanced age, his reputation as an undefeated master attracted challengers, including a notorious young warrior known for his provocative tactics. This warrior thrived on exploiting his opponent's errors, baiting them into making the first move, only to counter with swift and decisive attacks. Eager to bolster his reputation, he sought to defeat the venerable old master. Despite the objections of his students, the elderly martial artist accepted the challenge. They convened in a bustling city square, where the young warrior commenced his assault of insults and provocations. He hurled stones, spat in the master's face, and unleashed a torrent of offensive remarks, yet the master remained unfazed, his composure unbroken. As dusk descended and exhaustion set in, the frustrated warrior withdrew, humiliated by his failure to elicit a reaction. Perplexed and disappointed, the students questioned their master's seemingly passive response. "Why did you endure such disgrace? Why didn't you defend your honor even if it meant risking defeat?" they asked. The master responded with a profound analogy. "If someone offers you a gift and you refuse to accept it, who does it belong to?" A student replied, "It belongs to the one who tried to give it." The master explained, "This is how I deal with envy, anger, and insults. When such emotions are not accepted, they remain with the one who harbors them." Epictetus echoes this wisdom, reminding us, "Remember that the one who insults or offends is not truly harming you. It is your own judgment that deems these actions offensive." This principle emphasizes that insults and offenses are inherently powerless. It is our interpretation that grants them the power to disturb us. To remain unaffected by others' opinions, we must internalize that derogatory words hold no inherent harm. The emotional turmoil we experience stems from our own perceptions and judgments. When someone attempts to belittle or disrespect us, we must recognize that their words can only impact us if we allow them to. True greatness lies in our ability to withstand negativity, an unavoidable aspect of life, with grace and resilience. The next time you feel insulted or offended, pose these questions to yourself. Do I want to win or lose? Do I wish to surrender to what is beyond my control? By maintaining your equanimity in the face of insults, you will discover a profound sense of satisfaction that strengthens you, fostering resilience in adversity. Reflect on instances when a negative comment disrupted your day or week. If this resonates, continue exploring the following principles which will guide you on the path to self-mastery. Every day we encounter situations where others' opinions and words threaten our inner peace. By adopting Epictetus's mindset, we can transform these encounters into opportunities for personal growth. He teaches us that our reactions are within our control, and by changing our perceptions, we can shield ourselves from the emotional turmoil of insults. This principle is particularly relevant in today's world, where social media and instant communication often expose us to criticism and negativity. Remember the words of Marcus Aurelius: "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." Applying this wisdom, we can navigate modern life's challenges with a fortified mind, focusing on what we can control, our thoughts and responses. In our professional and personal lives, we frequently face criticism, whether constructive or malicious. By embracing Stoic principles, we can approach these situations with a balanced perspective. Understand that the intention behind an insult is often a reflection of the insulter's own insecurities and struggles. By not internalizing these provocations, we maintain our inner tranquility and demonstrate true strength. As Seneca wisely stated, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor." This insight applies to our emotional responses as well. Craving validation or fearing judgment makes us vulnerable, whereas self-sufficiency in our contentment renders us impervious to external negativity. Continuing on this path, we can build a robust mental framework that enables us to thrive despite external adversities. When faced with offensive remarks, remind yourself of the Stoic principle. It is not the insult but our interpretation that causes distress. By shifting our focus inward and exercising control over our reactions, we cultivate a resilient mindset. This approach not only enhances our personal well-being, but also sets a powerful example for others, fostering a culture of resilience and emotional intelligence in our communities. The wisdom of Epictetus and other Stoic philosophers offers invaluable guidance for maintaining composure and inner peace amidst life's provocations. By refusing to accept the gift of insults and offenses, we reclaim our power and demonstrate true strength. Embrace these principles, and you will find that nothing can disturb your tranquility, empowering you to live a life of unwavering resilience and fulfillment. As you continue to delve into Stoic teachings, remember that each challenge is an opportunity to practice and refine your inner fortitude, leading to a more serene and empowered existence. Principle 2. Maintaining steadfast. As Marcus Aurelius wisely noted, "It is not events that disturb people, it is their judgments concerning them." This profound insight forms the core of our second principle, maintaining steadfast. To remain unshaken by external opinions, one must anchor themselves in their purpose with unwavering resolve. When you embark on a philosophical journey or any path of self-improvement, anticipate jeers and dismissive remarks like, "Look, a philosopher arises," or "Whence this haughty air?" These reactions are common, but they should not deter you from your path. Hold fast to humility and invest in pursuits that genuinely enrich your being. By doing so, you transform potential scorn into eventual respect. Conversely, yielding to others' views invites a double scorn, the initial mockery and the subsequent disrespect for abandoning your path. This Stoic principle is not limited to philosophy. It applies to all life facets. Too often we sacrifice our innate gifts to appease the critical masses. Epictetus warns us against letting the fear of judgment distort our aims. True failure is not in the attempt and fall, but in succumbing to external pressures. Like a modern scenario, a young artist dreams of pursuing their passion full-time, but faces constant discouragement from family and friends who deem it impractical. If they abandon their dream to conform, they betray their authentic self. On the other hand, if they persist despite the criticism, they might face initial ridicule but eventually gain respect for their dedication and success. This story highlights the importance of staying true to oneself, despite external negativity. Forsaking one's path for fear of social strife or others' scrutiny is a profound loss of self. It's better to endure temporary ridicule while remaining true to your nature. In moments of choice, reflect deeply. Scrutinize your motives and align them with your core values. This alignment is the pathway to a life lived in harmony with your principles and essence. As you navigate life's challenges, ask yourself, are my decisions guided by my true self or by the fear of others' opinions? This question encourages introspection and helps you stay aligned with your values. Remember, the key to maintaining steadfast is not just in resisting external judgments, but in fostering an internal compass that guides you through life's storms. In the end, the respect you gain from staying true to yourself far outweighs the temporary discomfort of others' criticisms. By embracing this principle, you cultivate resilience and integrity, leading to a more fulfilled and authentic life. Reflect on this. How often do you let external opinions sway your decisions? Challenge yourself to maintain steadfastness in your pursuits, drawing strength from your inner convictions rather than the fluctuating opinions of those around you. This practice not only fortifies your spirit, but also paves the way for a life of greater purpose and clarity. The lesson here is clear. Remain steadfast in your values and purpose regardless of external opinions. By doing so, you honor your true self and live a life of integrity and fulfillment. Embrace the temporary sting of ridicule as a small price for the profound reward of self-respect and authenticity. Principle 3. The futility of fearing disrepute. In the words of the renowned Stoic philosopher Epictetus, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. This principle is incredibly relevant in today's digital age, where opinions are shared freely and judgments are passed in mere seconds. It's easy to feel swayed by the noise of others' thoughts and opinions, but should we really let them affect us? Epictetus enlightens us with a profound principle. Do not be disturbed by the opinions of others. Why is this important? Because if external validation held true power, it would have the might to steal our joy. Yet, the essence of who we are, our true value, lies solely within our realm of control. Think about how often we find ourselves seeking approval, especially in the vast world of social media. The quest for likes and shares can be a treacherous path, one that siphons the joy from our souls. Should we place our emotional serenity in the hands of the multitude? Absolutely not. Contemplate this. We have all found ourselves in less than flattering situations, yet devoid of malice. Should the laughter of others or exclusion from the ranks of the popular unsettle us? Does your contentment truly hinge on the whims of popularity? To subscribe to such a belief is to engage in perpetual conflict, for then happiness eludes your grasp. Living this way betrays a core tenet of Stoicism: to invest only in that which lies within our dominion, and to remain steadfast amidst the uncontrollable. When faced with derision, remember that you are invulnerable unless you consent to the injury. If maligned or misunderstood, recognize that the offender operates under their own guise of righteousness. Not all will align with your principles, yet their actions seem just in their eyes. Thus, if judged by a skewed perception, it is they who mar themselves with their misjudgment. In the face of insult, exercise patience and affirm to yourself, this is merely their perspective. This leads us to a significant question. Why do we let the opinions of others dictate our peace of mind? Marcus Aurelius, another great Stoic, wisely noted, "Everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Everything we see is a perspective, not the truth." This insight encourages us to view external judgments as mere opinions, transient and subjective, rather than as definitive truths. The reality is that our worth is not determined by others' perceptions but by our own understanding and acceptance of ourselves. Consider the scenario of social media once more. The algorithms push the most engaging content, often equating engagement with approval or disapproval. However, the true measure of our content, our efforts, and indeed our lives should not rest on these fleeting metrics. Instead, they should be anchored in our own sense of purpose and values. What do you think drives your actions? A desire for genuine expression or the fleeting applause of an unseen audience? Epictetus teaches us to focus on what we can control, which is our own actions and reactions. He said, "We cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them." By adopting this mindset, we can liberate ourselves from the tyranny of external opinions and live more authentically. This principle is not just about ignoring criticism, but about discerning which feedback is constructive and which is merely noise. Engaging with this principle means asking ourselves reflective questions. When was the last time you let someone else's opinion affect your mood? How did that make you feel? And was it worth it? How might your life change if you focused more on your own values and less on seeking approval from others? The Stoics believed in the power of rational thought to overcome irrational fears. Epictetus advised, "If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid." This is a radical departure from the need for constant validation. It suggests that true improvement and growth often come from places of discomfort and misunderstanding by others. Embrace this discomfort as a sign of progress rather than a setback. Ultimately, fearing disrepute means handing over control of your peace of mind to others. It places your happiness in the precarious hands of external validation, which is ever-changing and often unfounded. Instead, ground yourself in the principles of Stoicism. Reflect on what truly matters and let that guide your actions. As Seneca put it, "As long as you live, keep learning how to live." This lifelong journey of learning and self-improvement is hindered by the constant fear of others' opinions. So, let's challenge ourselves to rise above this fear. Next time you face criticism or feel the sting of disrepute, pause and consider, is this feedback useful for my growth, or is it simply noise? How can I maintain my peace and integrity regardless of external judgments? By continuously asking such questions, we can cultivate a resilient mindset that remains unshaken by the changing tides of public opinion. Remember that the opinions of others, while sometimes insightful, do not define your worth. Your value lies in your actions, your integrity, and your adherence to your principles. By embracing Epictetus's teachings, you can navigate life with a serene mind and a resilient spirit, unaffected by the fleeting judgments of the world. How will you choose to react the next time someone casts a shadow on your reputation? Will you let it define you, or will you stand firm in your self-assuredness? The choice, as always, is yours. Thank you for being in this video. How do you apply the principles of Epictetus to your daily life? Do you have any difficulty implementing these principles? Share your thoughts with us in the comment below. Now, let's move to the next session. Principle 4. Mastery of self-control. In the realm of Stoic philosophy, the wisdom of Epictetus resonates with profound relevance, especially when contemplating the principle of self-control. As Epictetus wisely put it, "If you wish to be a writer, write." This simple yet powerful analogy extends to every facet of self-mastery. If we aspire to command our thoughts and emotions, we must diligently practice as an athlete trains for their sport. Picture your mind as a sacred sanctuary. Would you allow a stranger to disrupt this serene space? Of course not. Yet, each time we internalize an insult or succumb to anger, we essentially invite these negative forces to take residence within our inner sanctum, compromising our peace and stability. This paradox is intriguing. We meticulously protect our physical homes from intrusion, but often fail to extend the same vigilance to our mental and emotional realms. Mastering self-control is akin to fortifying your mind with an unbreakable shield. This practice is vital, not just in facing the world, but also in our personal relationships. When the spark of anger ignites, smother it with self-restraint. This conscious act can prevent a wildfire of conflict, leading to unnecessary pain and strife. Self-control serves as a foundation for tranquility and is a catalyst for profound personal transformation. Consider this truth deeply, for it holds the key to navigating life's challenges with grace and poise. Self-control is not merely an attribute, but a guiding light that helps us steer through turbulent times with composure. By cultivating this discipline, we can avoid impulsive decisions and destructive behaviors, paving the way for a harmonious and fulfilling life. Heed the timeless wisdom of Epictetus. Safeguard your mind with the same zeal you reserve for your physical well-being. In doing so, you foster a discipline that is integral to achieving inner peace and lasting happiness. To contextualize this in our modern lives, think about the myriad distractions and provocations we face daily: social media, work stress, interpersonal conflicts. Each of these elements can disturb our mental equilibrium if we let them. Applying self-control means not reacting impulsively to a snide comment online or allowing a stressful day at work to ruin your evening. It's about maintaining your composure and not letting external circumstances dictate your internal state. Marcus Aurelius, another Stoic luminary, advised, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This quote underscores the Stoic emphasis on internal control over external chaos. Let's delve deeper into this principle by examining practical applications. When faced with criticism, instead of reacting defensively, pause and reflect. Is there any truth in the feedback? If yes, use it constructively. If not, let it pass without allowing it to disturb your peace. This practice requires constant vigilance and effort, but becomes more natural with time. Similarly, in moments of potential anger, take a step back, count to 10, breathe deeply, and consider the consequences of an outburst. Often, this simple pause can transform your response and prevent escalation. Self-control also plays a crucial role in our habits and routines. Whether it's resisting the urge to check your phone repeatedly, maintaining a healthy diet, or sticking to a regular exercise regimen, each act of discipline strengthens your ability to control your impulses. Seneca, another Stoic philosopher, noted, "Most powerful is he who has himself in his own power." This quote beautifully encapsulates the essence of self-mastery. True strength lies in governing oneself. Incorporating these Stoic principles into daily life can profoundly impact your well-being. Start with small steps. Practice patience in traffic. Choose words carefully in heated discussions and make mindful decisions about how you spend your time. These incremental changes build a resilient mindset capable of withstanding life's pressures. Ultimately, the mastery of self-control is a journey, not a destination. It demands continuous effort, reflection, and commitment. But as you progress, you'll find yourself less affected by external disturbances and more in tune with a state of inner calm. The Stoics teach us that while we cannot control what happens to us, we can control how we respond. By embracing and practicing self-control, we cultivate a fortress of tranquility within ourselves, impervious to the tempests of life. So, embark on this path with dedication, and let the wisdom of Epictetus guide you toward a life of peace, strength, and enduring happiness. Principle 5. Act in accordance with your best judgment. Epictetus, a sage of Stoicism, imparts a timeless lesson on the importance of acting in harmony with one's principles, irrespective of external perceptions. This principle resonates profoundly, especially in our era, where social media often dictates our sense of self-worth. We find ourselves in a world where the number of likes or shares can unduly influence our happiness, leading us to seek validation from others rather than from within. Epictetus urges us to break free from this cycle of external approval and to act based on our own ethical compass. Think about this modern-day scenario. You post a picture on social media and anxiously wait for the likes and comments to pour in. Each notification gives a fleeting sense of joy, but soon you find yourself craving more. This endless pursuit for external validation can be exhausting and unfulfilling. Epictetus teaches us to step away from this and focus on what truly matters, our own principles and values. Imagine a life where your actions are guided not by the opinions of others, but by what you know is right and just. This principle is not just a call to personal authenticity, but a reminder of the value of integrity. When we align our actions with our deepest convictions, we are not just being true to ourselves, but we are also setting a powerful example for others. It's about making choices that resonate with our core beliefs, even if these choices go against the grain of popular opinion or social pressure. By doing so, we not only reinforce our own character, but also inspire those around us to consider the strength that comes from acting with integrity. Moreover, this approach to life builds a robust foundation for genuine happiness and fulfillment. It's a happiness that is self-generated, not reliant on the fleeting and often fickle judgments of others. In the grand scheme of things, our own assessment of our actions and choices, when they are in line with our principles, is what truly matters. This self-assessment, grounded in our values and beliefs, is what paves the way for a life that is not only meaningful, but also deeply satisfying. In essence, by adhering to our best judgment and staying true to our principles, we craft a life that is not only admirable, but also rich in personal contentment and moral integrity. Reflect on a time when you made a decision that was unpopular, but aligned with your values. How did it feel to stand firm in your beliefs, despite external pressures? This is the essence of Epictetus's teaching. Acting according to your best judgment is not always easy, but it is always rewarding. It requires courage to stay true to yourself, especially when the world around you demands conformity. Yet this courage is what defines your character and builds your inner strength. Picture a student who refuses to cheat on an exam, even when everyone else is doing it. This student's integrity might not be celebrated in the moment, but it lays the groundwork for a life of trustworthiness and self-respect. Or think of a professional who turns down a lucrative deal because it goes against their ethical standards. These decisions, though difficult, are the building blocks of a principled and fulfilling life. Epictetus's wisdom reminds us that the opinions of others are beyond our control. What we can control, however, is our response to these opinions and our adherence to our own moral compass. In a world filled with noise and distractions, finding and following your own path can be challenging, but it is also incredibly liberating. It allows you to live a life of purpose and authenticity, free from the need to seek external approval. So how can we start living by this principle today? Begin by identifying your core values. What matters most to you? What are the principles that you refuse to compromise on? Once you have clarity on these, let them guide your actions. Make decisions that align with these values, even when it's difficult. Trust in your own judgment, and have faith that living in accordance with your principles will lead to a more fulfilling life. Principle 6. Embracing serenity amidst unfounded criticism. If you're at the receiving end of unfair criticism, how do you feel? Hurt, angry, defensive? Epictetus, one of the great Stoic philosophers, offers us a timeless lesson on dealing with such moments. He teaches that worrying about a tarnished reputation, especially when it stems from others' misjudgments, is unnecessary and unproductive. Picture this. Someone criticizes you harshly or tries to harm your reputation. Epictetus urges us to understand that this person believes their actions are justified. It's a fundamental truth of human nature that people have different perspectives on what is right and wrong. Their actions are based on their understanding, which might be vastly different from yours. When you encounter such situations, remember that it's not your reputation that is truly at stake, but rather their misconception. Epictetus advises us to be patient and maintain our inner peace. Reflect on this thought. This person is acting from their own viewpoint, which might be completely different from mine. Their opinion does not define my true self, and I must not let it disturb my peace. This internal dialogue is essential in maintaining your inner tranquility and authenticity, allowing you to remain unswayed by external judgments. By adopting this mindset, you enhance your emotional resilience and self-confidence. It empowers you to continue your life's journey, guided by your values and principles, rather than being molded by the perceptions of others. This principle is a powerful reminder that your true value lies not in how others perceive you, but in the integrity of your actions and the strength of your character. As Marcus Aurelius, another Stoic philosopher, said, "It never ceases to amaze me. We all love ourselves more than other people, but care more about their opinion than our own." This approach helps you cultivate a life of purpose and meaning, undisturbed by the unfounded criticisms of others. Think about how often you've let someone else's words affect your mood or self-worth. Why give that power to someone who doesn't truly know you? This principle is particularly resonant for men in the 30-65 age group, who often face societal pressures and judgments. In a world that constantly tries to define who you should be, finding solace and strength in your own principles and self-worth is revolutionary. Let's delve deeper into the practicality of this principle. When you next face criticism, pause and ask yourself, is this criticism based on a misconception? Is the critic acting from a place of misunderstanding? By doing this, you detach yourself from the immediate emotional reaction and view the situation more objectively. This objectivity allows you to respond, not react. As Epictetus wisely said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Consider a scenario at work where a colleague unfairly criticizes your project. Instead of reacting defensively, take a step back. Reflect on their perspective and remind yourself that their viewpoint is just one of many. Engage in self-dialogue. Their criticism does not diminish my effort or the quality of my work. I will continue to uphold my standards and integrity. This approach not only preserves your peace, but also demonstrates a level of maturity and emotional intelligence that can inspire others. Another aspect of this principle is understanding the nature of human opinions. People often speak from their insecurities, biases, and limited perspectives. Recognizing this can help you not take their words personally. As Epictetus puts it, remember, it is not the one who reviles or strikes you who insults you, but your opinion that these things are insulting. By changing your opinion about the insult, you change your emotional response. Moreover, think about the long-term benefits of embracing this principle. How much stress and anxiety could you avoid if you weren't constantly worried about others' opinions? How much more authentic and free would your life be if you focused on your values rather than external validation? This is the essence of Stoic resilience. As Seneca, another great Stoic philosopher, said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." By mastering your responses, you reduce unnecessary suffering. If you've made it this far, you're truly embracing the Stoic spirit. Drop a comment saying, "I am unshakable," to show you're committed to this transformative journey. Stick around. The best is yet to come. Principle 7. No one can hurt you. Unlock the timeless wisdom of Epictetus with the principle that fortifies your mind against the sting of insults. Discover how to cultivate inner peace and resilience by embracing the Stoic truth that no one can truly harm you unless you let them. Delving into the intricate dynamics of insults reveals a crucial aspect of human interaction: the folly of expecting universal agreement with our perspectives. Such expectations are not only unrealistic, but also detrimental to our well-being. It's a common misstep to assume that everyone will align with our viewpoint, often leading to disappointment and frustration. The Stoic approach teaches us to manage these interactions with wisdom and composure. When confronted with an insult, introspection becomes essential. As the foremost authorities on our own lives, we understand our thoughts, motivations, and actions better than anyone else. This self-awareness is pivotal when assessing the validity of an outsider's judgment. If someone insults us, claiming to know our truth, we should first question ourselves. Have I acted wrongly? If our conscience is clear, we then ponder, is it within my power to truly comprehend the motivations behind their words? The answer, invariably, is that we cannot fully grasp the intentions of others. Epictetus, the Stoic philosopher, aptly remarked, "So it seemed to them." This statement encapsulates the subjective nature of perception and judgment, reminding us that opinions often reflect the beholder more than the subject. This realization brings a sense of liberation. If we are confident in our actions and intentions, the ignorance or misunderstanding behind an insult should not disturb our peace. This principle encourages us to maintain our tranquility by recognizing that others' opinions are not our reality. Reflecting on another profound lesson from Epictetus, we find a call to action. How long will you put off thinking yourself worthy of the highest improvements and follow the plan of reason? You have received the philosophical principles with which you ought to be familiar. What other master then do you wait for as a teacher to begin your work? This quote urges us to embrace our understanding and apply the Stoic principles we've learned. It challenges us to stop waiting for external validation or guidance and start living according to our reasoned judgments and values. To further illustrate this principle, consider the modern scenario of social media, where insults and criticisms are rampant. The Stoic response would be to assess these comments with a clear mind. If you know your actions are just and your intentions pure, the negative remarks of others lose their power. This mindset fosters resilience and helps maintain inner peace amidst the noise. Marcus Aurelius, another revered Stoic, once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This wisdom aligns perfectly with the idea that no one can hurt you unless you allow their words to penetrate your inner fortress. By focusing on our own judgments and values, we shield ourselves from unnecessary emotional turmoil. Applying this principle in everyday life involves cultivating a habit of self-reflection and maintaining a strong sense of self-worth. When faced with criticism, pause to reflect on its validity. If it holds no truth, dismiss it without letting it affect your peace. If it contains a lesson, accept it with gratitude and use it for self-improvement. This approach not only preserves our tranquility but also promotes personal growth. In professional settings, this Stoic principle can be a powerful tool. When dealing with colleagues or clients who may offer harsh critiques, remember that their opinions are just that, opinions. Evaluate their feedback objectively, and if it aligns with your values and goals, make adjustments. If not, let it go and stay true to your course. This mindset enhances productivity and fosters a positive work environment. The principle that no one can hurt you is about recognizing and trusting your own understanding and worth. It's about realizing that you are the master of your emotions and that external opinions hold no power over your inner peace unless you allow them. By embracing this Stoic wisdom, we can navigate life's challenges with a serene mind and a resilient spirit, unaffected by the transient judgments of others. As Seneca wisely advised, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor." Craving external validation makes us vulnerable, but finding contentment within ourselves makes us invincible. So, let us adopt the Stoic principles, trust our reasoned judgments, and live with unwavering inner peace. Have you ever felt like other people have too much control over your emotions? Believe it or not, you don't have to let others influence how you feel. Let's explore how you can create an emotional distance so you can stay at peace, no matter what is happening around you. Step 1. Change your response. Firstly, change your response. Try to see things from the other person's perspective. Often people are so preoccupied with their own thoughts and feelings that they don't realize how their actions affect you. By stepping into their shoes for a moment, you can better understand their behavior and not take it personally. For example, if someone speaks forcefully to you when you suggest a solution to a problem, consider what they might be trying to convey instead of focusing on their rudeness. Perhaps you jumped in without validating their emotional experience, or maybe they struggle with receiving constructive feedback. Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor and a Stoic philosopher, once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Another crucial principle is to remain silent and smile if someone is trying to provoke you. Sometimes people who make you feel negative are intentionally trying to get a reaction out of you. In such cases, the best response is to laugh, ignore them, and move on. By not giving them the satisfaction of a strong negative reaction, you demonstrate that you are unaffected. This aligns with Epictetus's teaching. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Keep your faith. Just because someone disagrees with you doesn't mean you're wrong. Disagreements are a natural part of growth and change. Don't fall into the habit of doubting your beliefs or decisions just because someone finds a problem with them. Confidence in your convictions is crucial. Seneca, another Stoic philosopher, wisely said, "As long as you live, keep learning how to live." Talking to someone you trust can also help. Gossiping inwardly about someone who offended you or disagreed with you only makes matters worse. Instead, share your feelings with a close friend or relative. By expressing your thoughts, you can gain new perspectives and feel less burdened by the situation. As Epictetus suggested, we have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak. Developing confidence is another key aspect. You might be easily influenced by others because you lack confidence in yourself or your ideas. Each decision you make on your own will help you feel more confident and stronger. This confidence is built over time and through practice. Ralph Waldo Emerson, though not a Stoic, echoed this sentiment. Self-trust is the first secret of success. Consider beginning a period of daily reflection. Sometimes, no matter how hard you try not to be distracted, what other people say or do still affects you. However, you have control over how and when you let it affect you. When someone makes you angry, set it aside until your designated reflection time. Then, review the situation and decide how to proceed. This method aligns with the Stoic practice of nightly self-examination, where you reflect on the day's events and your reactions to them. Remember the importance of maintaining emotional boundaries. Establishing these boundaries helps you stay centered and unaffected by the chaos around you. The Stoics believed that our inner peace is paramount and should not be easily disrupted by external events. As Epictetus famously stated, "No man is free who is not master of himself." Incorporating these Stoic principles into your life can help you remain calm and collected, no matter the circumstances. By changing your response, staying silent and composed, keeping faith in your beliefs, talking to trusted friends, developing confidence, reflecting daily, and maintaining emotional boundaries, you can cultivate a resilient and serene mindset. How will you apply these principles in your daily life? Can you see the difference it might make in how you handle challenges and interactions? Reflect on these ideas and consider how they can transform your approach to life's ebbs and flows. Step 2. Dealing with negativity. Navigating through life can often feel like sailing through turbulent waters, especially when negativity sneaks up on you unexpectedly. To maintain your mental and emotional balance, it's crucial to be vigilant about the signs of negative energy taking hold. Epictetus teaches us to pace ourselves and recognize these moments. Negative energy, much like a silent storm, can disrupt your peace if you're not mindful of its onset. Acknowledge when you start feeling negative and take proactive steps to counter it. Setting firm personal boundaries is essential, especially when dealing with toxic or negative individuals. Just as Marcus Aurelius advised, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. It's imperative to protect your mental space. If someone's behavior disturbs your peace, communicate your boundaries clearly and assertively. This act not only shields your mental well-being but also reinforces your self-respect and resilience. Incorporating positive activities into your daily routine is another effective strategy to combat negativity. Epictetus believed in the power of focusing on what is within our control. Engage in hobbies and practices that uplift your spirit and foster a positive mindset. This can be likened to the simple yet vital habit of washing your hands to keep germs at bay. Surround yourself with positivity to build a robust defense against negative influences. When a day feels overwhelmingly negative, sometimes the best remedy is to reset through a nap or meditation. Recall how, as children, a nap could transform our mood from grumpy to cheerful. Apply this principle as an adult to recalibrate your mindset. Seneca wisely noted, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor." Taking a step back through rest or meditation can help you regain perspective and clarity. Practicing gratitude is a powerful tool to maintain perspective and ward off negativity. Especially in the presence of chronic complainers, gratitude can shift your focus from what's wrong to what's right. Daily, take a moment to list the things you're grateful for or the successes you've achieved. As Epictetus said, "He is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has." This practice fosters a mindset of abundance and positivity. By embedding these principles into your life, you'll cultivate resilience against the inevitable negativity that life throws your way. Modern life, with its relentless pace and constant demands, can easily lead to stress and negativity. However, by adopting Stoic practices, you can create a mental sanctuary. Remember, as Epictetus taught, no man is free who is not master of himself. Mastery over your emotions and reactions is the key to true freedom and tranquility. In contemporary society, where negativity often stems from external pressures and comparisons, it's crucial to internalize these Stoic teachings. The digital age bombards us with information and stimuli, making it easy to feel overwhelmed. By applying these Stoic principles, you can navigate modern challenges with a serene and resilient spirit. Whether it's through setting boundaries, engaging in positive activities, resetting your mindset, or practicing gratitude, these strategies will help you maintain your inner peace. To the men aged 30 to 65, these practices are not just philosophical musings but practical tools for daily life. The pressures of career, family, and personal aspirations can be daunting. However, by integrating Stoic wisdom into your routine, you can handle these pressures with grace and strength. As you go about your day, remember the words of Epictetus. "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Your response to life's challenges defines your journey and shapes your destiny. Ultimately, the goal is to become impervious to the negative forces around you, maintaining a steady and composed demeanor. This doesn't mean ignoring problems, but addressing them with a calm and thoughtful approach. Stoicism teaches us that our true power lies in our responses. So, embrace these principles and let them guide you to a life of unshakable tranquility and resilience. By doing so, you'll not only improve your own life, but also inspire those around you to find their own path to serenity amidst chaos. Thank you for being part of today's video. Before we proceed, I want to thank you for your participation in our community. Feel free to share your thoughts or simply comment, "I am a newbie" if you're new, or "I am a Stoic" if you've been around. Your interaction is a great source of motivation for us. Let's continue this journey together. Step 3. Learn to stay calm. One of the key principles Epictetus offers us is the importance of staying calm in the face of life's challenges. By cultivating a sense of mental distance between ourselves and others, we can gain control over our reactions and prevent taking things personally. This mental distance allows us to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. One practical way to develop this skill is through deep breathing exercises. Deep breathing not only helps to combat stress in the moment but also reconnects us with our breath, making us more aware of when we are letting others influence us. This practice can be done anywhere, anytime, and is a powerful tool for maintaining calm. Regular body scans are another valuable technique. Even when we believe we are in control of our reactions, stress can manifest physically without us realizing it. By performing body scans at regular intervals, we can identify areas of tension and consciously release them. Making this a daily habit ensures that it becomes a natural part of our routine, helping us maintain a relaxed state. Incorporating positive affirmations into our daily lives can significantly change our perspective. Positive affirmations help us shift our mindset, reinforcing a positive self-image and outlook on life. They are especially useful in counteracting the negative energy that others may bring into our lives. These affirmations can be silently repeated to ourselves, making them a discreet yet powerful tool. Connecting with our spiritual side can also provide a deep sense of inner peace. Whether through meditation, prayer, or other spiritual practices, a strong relationship with the spiritual world can ground us and enhance our emotional resilience. This spiritual connection can be tailored to fit our personal beliefs and can be a profound source of strength. To illustrate these principles in a modern context, let's consider the story of Emma, a young professional navigating the high-pressure environment of a bustling city. Emma often found herself stressed and overwhelmed by her demanding job and the constant interactions with difficult colleagues. She decided to implement these Stoic practices into her daily routine. By practicing deep breathing during her morning commute, she found that she could arrive at work with a calm and focused mind. Throughout the day, she performed body scans to release the tension that built up in her shoulders and back. Repeating positive affirmations, she shifted her mindset from one of anxiety to one of confidence and control. Finally, by dedicating time each evening to meditation, she nurtured her spiritual connection, which provided her with a deep sense of peace and resilience. As a result, Emma's ability to stay calm and composed improved dramatically, and she found herself less affected by the negativity around her. Consider for a moment how you react to stressful situations. Do you let external factors dictate your emotions, or do you maintain control over your responses? How can you incorporate these techniques into your daily life to foster a sense of calm and resilience? By embracing these practices, we can learn to stay calm amidst chaos, maintain our inner peace, and navigate life's challenges with grace and strength. In conclusion, the lesson we can take from Epictetus is that staying calm is not about suppressing our emotions, but about managing our reactions. By creating mental distance, practicing deep breathing, performing body scans, using positive affirmations, and connecting with our spirituality, we can cultivate a state of calm and resilience. These practices empower us to handle life's challenges with a steady mind and a composed heart, ultimately leading to a more peaceful and fulfilling life. Step 4. Be yourself. When Epictetus talks about being yourself, he's urging us to embrace our true identity, free from the fear of rejection. It's not about putting on a facade to please or impress others. It's about being authentic and living in alignment with who you truly are. This authenticity allows you to attract people who genuinely accept and appreciate you for who you are, rather than who you pretend to be. Imagine you're at a crossroads in life, perhaps in a job you dislike because it pleases your parents, or in a relationship that stifles your true self. Epictetus would tell you to muster the courage to face the fear of rejection and embrace your true self, as the gift of this bravery is immeasurable. You will find a community that values your authentic self and, more importantly, develop a deeper appreciation and love for yourself. Think about modern life. where social media often pressures us to curate perfect images and personas. Imagine Sarah, who felt trapped in a cycle of posting only what she thought would get the most likes. One day, she decided to post a picture of her true passion, her art, which was vastly different from the trendy content she usually shared. To her surprise, the response was overwhelmingly positive. She found a community that loved her art and supported her creativity. By being herself, Sarah not only found genuine connections, but also a renewed sense of self-worth. This story illustrates how liberating and rewarding it can be to live authentically. Now let's reflect on your own life. Are there areas where you're not being true to yourself because of fear of rejection? How might your life change if you embraced your true self? Being yourself doesn't mean everyone will accept you, but it does mean that those who do are connecting with the real you, which is far more fulfilling. This principle of authenticity is a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy because it aligns with the pursuit of a virtuous life, where integrity and self-respect are paramount. To apply this principle, start by acknowledging areas in your life where you feel you're wearing a mask. What small steps can you take today to remove that mask and show the world your true self? It could be as simple as voicing your true opinion in a meeting, choosing a hobby you love over one that's popular, or spending time with people who appreciate you for you. The journey to being yourself is ongoing and requires continual reflection and courage. Remember, every small step towards authenticity is a step towards a more fulfilling and happy life. The essence of Epictetus's teaching on being yourself is to live courageously and authentically, facing the fear of rejection head-on. By doing so, you cultivate genuine connections and a profound appreciation for your true self. This principle not only helps you navigate the complexities of modern life, but also aligns you with the Stoic ideal of living virtuously. So, I leave you with this open-ended question. What would your life look like if you fully embraced your true self, and how can you start taking steps towards that authentic life today? Reflect on this, and let it guide you towards living a life that's true to who you are. And so as we reflect on the profound teachings of Epictetus and his 7 Stoic principles, let us remember that these timeless lessons are not just for contemplation, but for action. It is through the diligent practice of these principles that we can achieve a life of equanimity, resilience, and true inner peace. Epictetus reminds us that the essence of Stoicism lies in our ability to control our perceptions, actions, and emotions, regardless of external circumstances. By internalizing these teachings, we can navigate life's challenges with a calm and steady mind. Now take a moment to consider how you can implement these principles in your daily routine. Start small, perhaps by practicing mindfulness of your thoughts and reactions. Gradually work towards embodying these Stoic virtues in all aspects of your life, whether in personal relationships, work, or in moments of solitude. Each step you take towards living these principles will strengthen your character and enhance your sense of purpose and fulfillment. Remember, the journey of Stoicism is a lifelong path, and growth comes with consistency and patience. Reflect on Epictetus's wisdom and remind yourself that while you cannot control everything that happens to you, you can control how you respond. This simple but powerful shift in perspective can transform your life, making you more resilient in the face of adversity and more appreciative of the present moment. As we part ways, I invite you to become an active participant in our community here at Stoic In Your Life. By liking this video, sharing it with friends, and subscribing to our channel, you contribute to the spread of Stoic wisdom and help others discover these valuable insights. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss an update or a new video from us. Your engagement and support are what keep this community thriving and growing. Additionally, I encourage you to engage with us in the comments section below. Share your thoughts, ask questions, and tell us how you plan to incorporate these Stoic principles into your life. Your experiences and reflections can inspire others on their own Stoic journeys. Let's create a space where we can learn from and support one another, fostering a collective growth that is both profound and transformative. In conclusion, always keep in mind the powerful words of Epictetus. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Let this guiding principle shape your actions and thoughts as you move forward. The path of Stoicism is not always easy, but it is incredibly rewarding. With each challenge you face, you have the opportunity to apply these principles and grow stronger, wiser, and more composed. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of Epictetus's teachings. Together, we can continue to delve deeper into the rich philosophy of Stoicism and uncover more ways to live a virtuous and serene life. And thus, let us carry forward the wisdom we have gleaned today. Remember, these principles are not mere abstract ideas, but practical tools that you can use to shape your life. Each day offers a new opportunity to practice what we have learned, to become more resilient, and to cultivate a deeper sense of inner peace. Take to heart the teachings of Epictetus, who emphasized that true power lies in our response to the events around us. By focusing on what we can control and letting go of what we cannot, we free ourselves from unnecessary stress and anxiety. This, in turn, allows us to live more fully and authentically. I invite you to ponder on these principles and make a conscious effort to integrate them into your daily life. Whether it's through quiet reflection, journaling, or mindful practice, find ways to remind yourself of these Stoic truths. The more consistently you apply them, the more natural they will become, gradually transforming your mindset and your life. As we part, I encourage you to engage with our community here on Stoic in Your Life. Like this video if you found it valuable, share it with those who might benefit from these teachings, and subscribe to our channel for more content. Until our next video, stay committed to your journey, stay resilient, and above all, stay stoic. Farewell, and see you soon on Stoic in Your Life.